Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kristen.
Welcome to the Nightly from Hatch, a slumber party for pop culture lovers. Hi, Kristen.
Josh, it's so good to see you this
It's
evening.
so good to see you. I feel like it's been forever.
It has been. And what's funny is we both live in Brooklyn, but we don't see each other face to face very
That's
often.
true.
So
This is very nice.
yeah, always a joy to see you.
Nice to see you in 3D as well. How have you been? What's new?
Oh, I am still in the afterglow of the Olympics. I mean, I know it's been a while since the Olympics happened. Technically, the Paralympics happened after the Olympics, so those are actually still going on. But I've been feeling that afterglow. How about you?
I also am. I've been really revisiting some great Olympics moments in my mind. And I rewatched the Elisa Liu free skate gold medal performance to MacArthur Park several times.
Good.
So good.
So good. She just makes it look like it's so easy.
It really does. And I think that measure of joy she takes, because it's not just that it's easy for her, right? It's she worked so hard that she can make it look effortless, which is so impressive to me.
Yeah. For me, when I watch her, I'm like, this is for her. The way she does it, I almost feel like, oh, anybody could do this.
Yeah.
Even though obviously I can't even skate backwards without looking behind me. Yeah.
And I also feel like when, what was it? Amber Glenn, when she hit the double lutz instead of the triple lutz, and they're like, well, it's over for her. I was like, guys, if you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah. Still so impressive.
So impressive. And they're the worst day of her life. And I was like, I don't know, there's still a lot of lutzes.
Yeah. And the worst day of her life would be my superhero moment where I'd be like, everybody look at me.
For sure. One thing that came out of the Olympics is after it ended, my friend Grace Robin Somerville, who's a music critic, made a list of all the songs that she would want to perform to as a figure skater. And then people got really into it in kind of a meme fashion. And it was so funny to see her list and then to see what other people are like, well, this would be mine. Does that trigger anything in you right away?
Yes. Immediately, I think Olivia Newton-John Xanadu.
Oh,
I would
that's such a
need
good
to skate to that because the movie is all roller skating all the time. So it just seems like an obvious, take it from the rink to the rink.
Yes,
do that.
That's right.
Put on some leg warmers, feather some hair, put on a headband.
That's so smart.
And then just, go nuts and do whatever a Xanadu skater would do. So I would love that.
That's so perfect. That is such a classic skating song. And I think you would get the kind of land to ice adaptation juice out of that. People would be really excited about it. And it just lends itself to that so naturally. That's such a great idea.
What about you?
Mine, I think, I sometimes when someone does one that's slightly off kilter, not in an ironic way, but in just bet you didn't think this would be for skating. And I think I would want to do and maybe this has been done in the past, something like a Thunder Road, a Born to Run era Springsteen song, because I feel you get that kind of gentle, graceful start, and then you really ramp up into spinning and jumping and all that.
Oh, yeah. And there's clearly a motorcycle jack involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a cool outfit too. It's very funny when someone has a cool figure skating outfit.
Yeah.
Because you're this is a sweet, it's very athletic and very powerful, but it's not badass necessarily.
Yeah.
So I like that dichotomy as well.
Oh, I love that. That's such a great idea. You're making me think another really great song to skate to, and it might be because we're a bedtime podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking Enter Sandman by Metallica.
That's a fun one too.
Yeah, because that also ramps up.
Yep, for sure. I feel when someone takes the figure skating and the ice dancing or whatever outside the realm of kind of a classical ballad or dance song, there's a little extra fun, especially when the other programs have felt a little more traditional.
Yeah.
Nancy Kerrigan, the Olympic medalist, was from my hometown.
Oh, and I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so that was huge for us. Not a big town. And so we were very excited for her. And then she hosted Saturday Night Live afterwards. And there was a sketch where she and Chris Farley were a pairs skating team. And my family to this day will always quote a line. I think it was David Spade. They're skating to Kenny G. And he goes, Kenny G, a bold choice. And I think about it every time I see figure skating, anytime someone chooses music in any context, I think to myself, a bold choice. And it's like from this SNL sketch from like 33 years ago. It's so funny to me.
I'm going to have to check that out.
It's like, it's not the greatest sketch, but that is a perfect moment.
Also, sports commentary is full of stuff like
great.
that. We're
I
just
love it.
like, oh my gosh.
It's so good.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, speaking of remembering things from the past, I would love to play a round of Do You Remember this evening?
I would love to play Do You Remember?
Thank you so much for coming along with me. So how this works for listeners is I'm going to try to remember the plot of a movie that I have not seen in quite some time. And Kristen, if you can help me, that's incredible. And if you can't help me, maybe you will hear the plot of the movie wrong.
Okay, so quick question. If I haven't seen the movie, can I just make up stuff?
Sure.
Oh,
but
excellent.
I want you, here's what I will ask of you. I would like you, if you haven't seen this movie, tell me like what you think should be happening at a given moment.
Okay.
Okay. So the movie, I just feel like this movie occupies such a specific place in culture, and I'm like excited to remember it for what it is as much as I can, rather than kind of the hype and then crash around it. And that movie that we'll be remembering tonight is Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone starring vehicle La La Land.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Have you seen it?
I saw it, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think it was one of those movies I watched at home while also on my phone.
Sure. Yeah, a perfect movie for that.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, everybody who made that movie.
Damien Chazelle, we apologize. Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, John Legend.
Yeah, I forgot John Legend was in it.
I know, I did too, until I was like trying to ramp up my memory for this. So I think unfortunately, the most memorable part of La La Land was when Warren Beatty accidentally announced it as Best Picture at the Oscars.
When it was really Moonlight.
Yeah. Moonlight, tremendous movie.
So good.
So good. And a justified Best Picture win. La La Land, okay, this is maybe a hot take by me. I think there are movies that we would remember much more fondly if they were less critically acclaimed. Mm-hmm. And I think La La Land is one of them. And I think there are directors whose movies are considered in Oscar contention just because of who's making them and who's in them. And if we took that pressure off things, I think we would enjoy them a little more.
I agree with that. I think that applies to a lot of things, including the city of Paris. If people didn't hold it in such high regard, Paris would be so much better. Yeah. Just let it be a city.
Yeah. Yes. Let it be a city. Okay. So we open on this. I remember very well. There's traffic in Los Angeles.
Oh, yes.
Big musical number. People dancing on cars.
Yes.
And when that happens.
Like on the freeway.
On the freeway.
We're not talking a little side road here. No. This is not a neighborhood street.
Okay. Yeah. So this is popping for you.
Yes. I remember this. And it's just saying, we're in Los Angeles. Yep. There's traffic. You are sitting on an 8-lane highway and you're just sitting there, or are you dancing there?
Yes. And when I saw that, I was like, I am gonna love this movie. I was like fully invested. I was like, what a great opening sequence. This is so much fun. I don't remember anything about the song, but I thought it was so beautifully staged and really, really enjoyed it. So we're in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And I think a very beautiful party, presumably by a pool. We meet Emma Stone, who's an aspiring actress. Well, Emma Stone is a successful actress. She was, at this point, she's doing really great.
Yes.
But her character, who I will call Emma Stone, is an aspiring actress. And she, I think, at a party meets Ryan Gosling, whose character name I do remember because his name is Seb. Seb, short for Sebastian. And I remember this extremely vividly because this is so weird, and I've never gotten any kind of closure on this. Like during the awards promo cycle and press cycle for La La Land, I was writing for John Oliver's show Last Week Tonight, and one of the writers that I worked with received a big heavy box sent to I think his office, and he opened the box and there was a wooden stool, like a full-on heavy wooden stool, and it said it had like a little, a plaque, like you would have like the seat number at a theater.
Yeah.
And it said like Seb's Jazz Bar. And they sent it to him, I guess, as promo for the movie. And he doesn't know why. He didn't have like an especially robust social media presence. He wasn't like vocally a fan of the movie. But in the end of the movie, not to jump too far forward, but we'll come back, Ryan Gosling opens up a jazz bar called Seb's. And so this is like presumably paraphernalia from the jazz club that does not exist.
That is bananas that the PR machine sent out furniture.
I swear. And it's like so heavy. It must have cost like hundreds of dollars to ship, never mind to manufacture.
Yeah. I mean, I've been sent things like magnets
For
before,
sure. Yep.
T-shirts.
Yeah. I got from when the most recent season of Hacks premiered, they sent like a espresso martini kit and like a hat and like a script, I think, like a fake script from the late night show that Deborah Vance hosted.
Yeah,
and
I got
like,
a bunch of googly eyes when Everything Everywhere All at Once came out.
Cool. Yeah, I think we got the big hot dog fingers and Jesus and Mary somehow.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. But a wooden stool. The writer that received it is like not a whimsical person. So he's just kind of like, I don't know what this is. I don't like how they gave it to me. Okay, so his name is Sebastian. They're at a party, Hollywood party. They connect. I think he walks her to her car. I don't know. There's chemistry. They fall in love. I'm speeding through this because I do not remember specifics.
Are they dancing at this point? And is she wearing the yellow dress?
She is wearing the yellow dress.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's in all the posters.
Yeah. This is that, which I think happens pretty early, right? I think they're like walking in like the Hollywood Hills.
And there's like the Hollywood sign. Yeah.
It's very like anything can happen. So they come together, they fall in love, but then their paths sort of diverge. Ryan Gosling, Seb, he's in it. He's not in jazz music for the money. He's not one of those guys who cashes in on the jazz craze. He's in it for the art. And his friend, John Legend, whose character name I could not pull from my mind, with a gun to my head and a knife to my throat. But he's like a big pop musician. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm doing it. I'm like living the dream. And Seb, I don't think he's not cruel to his friend who's very successful, but he's kind of jealous, but also is like, that's not my dream. My dream, that's jazz, baby.
Yeah. Am I wrong in thinking that also he's kind of insufferably condescending about his jazz being a higher calling?
I mean, I don't think
or is that my own stereotype in my head? No. Kind of person?
I don't know that it's supposed to come off as insufferable so much as like difficult because of the principle, but it certainly, I think, plays as insufferable as well. I'm with you in that interpretation.
Okay.
But I don't know if we're supposed to be like, this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, Ryan Gosling, you are so hot. But if I have to listen to you talk about jazz anymore, I'm out of here. And maybe Emma Stone feels the same way.
I know. And it is like a very funny, like bizarre choice in the film to be like, this blonde white guy, he's the only one who knows what jazz music is.
You better tell a black man what jazz is.
He's the only, and not even that like the characters are wrong. It is just such like a funny thing to invent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To frame it exactly that way. Emma Stone, however, her career, it's creeping up. She does a one-woman show. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. She has a song where it's like an audition, but the audition is the song. There's not enough songs in this movie. That was my big takeaway. I could have done with 3 or 4 more big songs.
I just remember the songs being too slow.
Very slow.
I'm like, come on, pick up the pace here, folks. Pick up the pace.
I think the one, City of Stars, won the Oscar for Best Original Song, which inspired, I think, my upstairs neighbor to play it on the piano exclusively almost for 3 years.
I'm so sorry that you also have an upstairs neighbor with a piano.
Yeah.
I do too.
Not anymore. Yeah. They moved out. But City of Stars was in heavy rotation on that guy's piano. And because of how the song starts, because she's kind of tentative, it always, when you start playing that song, it always sounds like you are just learning it, which is extremely frustrating to hear through a ceiling.
Oh my God.
Not that they were doing anything wrong. It just was not an ideal living situation.
Yes.
She gets very successful. She's crushing it. She's in movies like Real Life Emma Stone. She's on She's just making it. She's living the dream that was promised in the opening dance sequence. Meanwhile, Ryan Gosling, he's jazzing in obscurity. He was like playing, right? He was like a player. I remember. Okay, I forgot this. He plays at a bar. He was like their house piano player, and he kept playing jazz, and they would get mad at him that he couldn't play jazz music. They were like, play standards, and he's like, no way, man. I'm going off the map, baby.
Insufferable.
That is
like
insufferable.
I said,
You're right. Maybe
insufferable.
Maybe he is supposed to be insufferable.
Like, come on, your job is to play stuff that people want to hear.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
Play stuff people want to hear.
You can play.
Nobody wants to hear your improvisational three notes mixed together with
You can play free jazz on your own time, Ryan Gosling. And so can my neighbor. There's the City Stars, then there's the auditioning one. So I only really remember the 3 songs, which I also, in the year this movie came out, which I think was 2016, 2015, mid 20-teens, people talked about how hard it is to make a musical, but there were 2 other musicals that came out that year that I really loved. Sing Street.
Sing Street.
Which was so sweet and fun, about the kids in high school that formed a band. And then Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, the Lonely Island movie where Andy Samberg played a pop star named Connor For Real, who goes solo and breaks up his band, the Style Boys. And both of those are also musicals. And this is not La La Land hate podcast, but I will say I bet I would like it more rewatching it a decade later and just being like, oh, this is a fun thing to have on while I fold laundry.
Or scroll your phone like I was.
Or scroll your phone. So in the end, she's very famous. They break up.
Yes. I remember they break up. And I also remember then, is she on a date with somebody and goes to see him at his jazz club?
I think that's
perform?
right. That I think is the very end, is like, she's a famous person. She might even like be married with a kid. Like, it kind of jumps forward. And she goes to, he has opened Seb's, the jazz club, and he's happy kind of with his own, a room of one's own for jazz.
So everybody got what they wanted, but nobody's happy is kind of the mood that the movie ends with.
I thought it was a little bit bittersweet.
Yeah.
Which I like I do like that as the tone, like the takeaway tone of a movie.
Oh, I like that too. I don't know if you ever saw The Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
No.
Oh my God.
Is it a bittersweet?
This is a bittersweet movie from the 1960s where 2 young people fall desperately in love. One of them's Catherine Deneuve.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, vibrant movie, all of the like Easter egg colors, dancing, singing. And then in the end, she marries a suitable boy and he goes in a different direction. And not a lot of movies end that way, even though most relationships end that way.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Right.
Like before this taping, you and I were talking about, sometimes relationships end and that's just life. It's okay. And
totally.
It doesn't have to be the end. There's still adventure and life and love after that. It doesn't have to be the end of life.
No, for
Oftentimes
sure.
it's the beginning of life after a relationship ends. So
absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a tragedy. But not a lot of movies show that. And La La Land does show that, which I appreciate.
I like that. I thought it was like a very like tender ending where like, and there, I'm trying to think of like more, I think like, it's a little fraught now, but like, I think Annie Hall doesn't end with them together. Right. And it's like, I love the kind of a movie where the end of a romantic relationship is shown as like something that you can still look back on with distance and be like, hey, we really had some good times and like maybe we're better off. And even though things were good, not everything good lasts forever. Even Cold November Rain. I made that up just now.
Well, my remembrance of La La Land pretty much matches everything you said. Only I like your version of the movie better than the one I watched because the one I watched, I think, dragged too much.
I will say it dragged a little bit.
It should have been a half hour shorter at least.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour shorter.
Yeah.
And the song should have been snappier. And I agree with you. There should have been more songs.
I will say, we watched his follow-up to La La Land. I believe it was his next movie, Damien Chazelle's next movie, Babylon, which is wild. And it's like so long and so full of just like weird stuff that happens and like homages to classic Hollywood. And that one I would say is like kind of, it like flopped really hard. I think the fact that it was not a beloved commercial success at the time makes it kind of more fun to watch because you're like, oh, this was weird and more interesting than its reputation.
Okay. I might need to give that one another chance because my first attempt at it, I think I made it like 20 minutes in.
Yeah. Well, the first part of it is just that big party, right?
Yes.
And it's
And it goes on and on and on. That party is like,
it's so long. There are sequences that like go on, but I felt like Margot Robbie's performance, especially when she is like on camera in the movie, it's like really intense and cool.
Yeah. Well, she's a fantastic actor.
She's very good.
Maybe I'll watch that instead of rewatching La La Land.
I would recommend it, certainly. But I think we remembered La La Land pretty thoroughly. If we didn't, you're always welcome to email us and tell us what we misremembered at thenightly@hatch.co. We always want to hear from you, listeners, and you can yell at us. Or you could say, that's what I remember too. We're also happy for you to be on the same page as us. I just know sometimes people are more motivated to email when they're mad.
Yeah, and also let us know if you think it's the best movie ever made, because we're just two people.
We're just two people.
We're just two people. But
and I don't think we were haters about it. I think we were pretty circumspect.
Yes. And, every movie has its own personality. Some movies are folding the laundry movies, and some movies are, I am hyper-focused on this, and I'm going to rewatch it 75 times afterward.
For sure.
So, all movies have a different place in our hearts.
Yeah.
But I really liked your remembrance of it.
Thank you.
Again, I liked it even better than the movie. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Well, I feel now that this is off my chest, I feel just light and relaxed and ready to drift off to sleep.
As do I. I'm going to enter Sandman right now.
Exit light, enter night. Good night, Kristen.
Take my hand. We're off to Never Never Land.